All right, Shalom, Yasharala. Before we get started, give me 1 second. Before we get started, we gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. We're back another lesson of the video. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to you brothers and you sisters out there. The title of this one's going to be called Our Own People Will Persecute Us. All right? Our own people will persecute us. And this comes through, there's a recent video of the elder apostle Ramlab going into a video. All right, see if I can get to it. I did a video earlier called 2025, The Sifting Continues. All right, and he goes into it, responding to the apostles and their street ministry they did on Saturday. And he really goes into many different things, man. He mentions, being caught up in the world, being caught up by your family and by, your friends, that basically are in the world, man, And that's one thing we gotta, I ain't gonna say, well, yeah, you gotta put it off, and you gotta focus on the Lord's word, No, I'm not saying that you should neglect your family or, because you got to deal with them. You got to deal with your family. You got to deal with, certain people in the world. But you got to put the Lord first. The Lord comes first before anybody. All right. This word, this ministry, this truth. All right. We have to put this above our families, man. That may be hard for some, but it has to be that way. Because the time is coming where the Lord's going to bring a division. It's already division now, but it's going to be even more division. The Lord's going to bring division in your household and not just with your family, with your wife, your kids, father, mother, aunt, uncle, cousins, whatever. Okay, the Lord's going to bring these type of divisions, man. Okay? Because he's going to separate, He's going to have us, separated from, the people of the world. All right? And let's first get Amos 5 and 10. Okay? And not just, our family, but even, Israelites in general, those who hear this word, but they don't like it. They hate the Hebrew Israelites. They think we're the problem. Amos 5 and 10, it says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. When we out on the highways and hedges, people, our own people walk by and they give us different looks and, they say things towards us, right? And we don't care. We just out there preach the word. We out there to give a warning, so it doesn't really hurt us. You hurting yourself. You coming up against the Lord, man. All right, you're not hurting us. You hurting yourselves, and you're not coming up against us. You coming up against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, right? And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly, right? We speak up, we tell them to repent, stop doing their wickedness, right? You can't do this, can't do that, And then our people don't want to hear those words because it goes against their lifestyle. It goes against their pleasures, their flesh. All right. So certain things that they hear and they don't like, because they want to be, you got those who want to love all and that love spirit, that unity spirit. Well, we ain't here for that, man. All right, we here to give you the truth of the word. We here to give you the raw 100% truth. Even those in the truth, even those who call themselves Hebrew Israelites, they're going to come up against the real men of the Lord. Okay. So I'm gonna read this let's get this in another translation. All right. NLT, how can you hate honest judges? How you despise people who tell the truth? That was all right. NIV, these are those who hate the one who upholds justice in court and detest the one who tells the truth. Not really. These other translations don't really give it, But let's move on from that. Let's get Matthew 10. All right. This is Matthew 10 and 34. And it says, think not I am come to send peace on earth. And this is written in red. All right, and it shows you these are Yahweh Shai's words. All right, the Savior. Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. You see, a man's foes, which is enemies, shall be of your own household, man. It'll be also be your wife and your kids. You see, if those brothers out there who have wife and kids, even you sisters out there who have a husband who don't believe, you have children, all right, they're gonna be against you. You know, see, these times that we're coming into, man. So you can't, like the elder apostle said, the elder apostle Ramos said, you can't be all up your family's ass, can't be all up your woman's ass, all right, because the time is short. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it. You want to find your life in this society, in Esau's world. So you're going to lose your life. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it, right? You put off the things of this world, all right? You separate yourself from the people of this world, okay? Your family, friends, whoever. You follow righteousness. It tells you that, I think it's in Isaiah, a man who, I forgot how it's worded. Let me see. Salakia. Is it 29? You make yourself a prey when you follow, righteousness. Let me read 59. Salakia. Yeah. Isaiah 59:15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Yeah, so you depart from evil, man. You make yourself a prey. All right. Make yourself a prey to the people who are, who are in the world and stuff like that. But let's go back to Matthew. All right, read that in the NLT version. And it says, Matthew 10 and 34 NLT. Don't imagine that I am come to bring peace to the earth. I come not to bring peace, but a sword. I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Your enemies will be right in your own household. You see, so you're gonna have enemies in your own, in your own house, man. If you love your father or mother more than me, Slaki, if you love your father or mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it. You see? So that, you gotta, choose, it's up to you. It's your choice. You want to whether follow the Lord or you want to, save your life and lose it on this side, man. You see? Let's get an example. Let's get Jeremiah 38:6. All right. Because like I said, we're out there preaching. People hear it. But, they have mixed, they have feelings about us, man. They hate us. They give us dirty looks, right? So this is Jeremiah 38, I'm going to start at verse 1. Then Shephatiah, the son of Matan, and Gedaliah, the son of Pashur, and Jukal, the son of Shelemiah, and Pashur, the son of Melchiah, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, he that remaineth in this city. This is when Jeremiah was prophesying that the Lord's going to bring destruction to Jerusalem, all right? And the king of Babylon in that time was Nebuchadnezzar, was going to overtake Jerusalem, right? And they didn't like to hear those words. So it says, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, he that remaineth in this city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live. For he shall save, for he shall have his life for a prey and shall live. Thus saith the Lord, this city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which shall take it. Therefore the princes said unto the king, right, we beseech thee, let this man be put to death, for thus he weakeneth the hands of the men of war that remain in this city, and the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them. For this man seeketh not the welfare of this people, but the hurt. Then Zedekiah the king said, behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not, for the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then took they Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Malchiah, the son of Himelech, that was in the court of the prison, and they let down Jeremiah with cords. And in the dungeon there was no water but mire, so Jeremiah sunk in the mire. See, so even out, and these are at this time was the Jews, the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right. So these were, they're your own people, who came up against Jeremiah, and they thrown him into prison. You see, that was the same way in Yahushua day, right? Let's read Matthew 13. All right. Matter of fact, let's read John 1. And let me see. Yeah. John 1 and 10. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. And the word is talking about the word of Israel. Okay. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. He came into his own people, the Israelites. During the time of the Romans, was still Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You had some remnant of the northern kingdom, but it was majority because the Jews had to be raised up first. It tells you that in Zechariah 12 and 7, it says, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. All right, so Judah had to be raised up, which was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right, that's why the Lord went to them first. So back in John, all right, John 1 and 10, it says, he was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came into his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of the Most High, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of flesh, nor the will of man, but of the Most High. All right. Now let's get Matthew 13. And, 53. And it came to pass that when Yahushua had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he came into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished, and said, whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is this not the carpenter's son? Speaking of Joseph, his father. Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas, and his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then have this man all these things? And they were offended in him. But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief. You see, and that's what you see today. A lot of our people, they unbelieve, man. So let's get Acts 4, because this happened to the apostles as well. This is Acts 4 and 1. It says, Peter and John arrested, and as they spake unto the people, the priests and the captain of the temple and the Sadducees came upon them. These were Israelites. All right. It says, being grieved that they taught the people and preached through Yahushua the resurrection from the dead. And they laid hands on them and put them in hold until the next day, for it was now eventide. And it says, howbeit, many of them which heard the words believed. And the number of the men was about 5,000. And And it came to pass on the morrow that the rulers and elders and scribes and Annas the high priest and Caiaphas and John and Alexander and as many as were of the kindred of the high priest were gathered together at Jerusalem. And when they had set them in the midst, they asked, by what power or by what name? All right, see, it tells you that, it lets you know that the name is important. Have you done this? Then Peter, filled with the Holy Spirit, said unto them, ye rulers of the people and elders of Israel, if we this day be examined of the good deed done to the impotent man, by what means he is made whole, be it known unto you all, and to all the people of Israel, that by the name it says Jesus Christ, but his name was Yahushua. All right, there was no J's back then. The letter J didn't come around to, the mid 1500s. All right, by the man named Gian or was it George Trissino? All right, he's called the father of the letter J, so his name wasn't Jesus. It wasn't Jesus either or Yeshua. It was Yahushua. So verse 10 again, be it known unto you all and to all the people of Israel that by the name of Yahushua Hamashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom the Most High raised from the dead, even by him that this man stand here before you whole. You see, and the Pharisees and the Sadducees, they arrested them, because they were preaching the word. It tells you now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahushua. And beholding the man which was healed standing with them, they could say nothing against it. But when they commanded them to go aside out of the council, they conferred among themselves, saying, what shall we do with these men? For that indeed a notable miracle had been done by them is manifest to all them that dwell in Jerusalem, and we cannot deny it. But that is spread no further among the people. Let us straightly threaten them that they speak henceforth to no man in this name. And they called them and commanded them not to speak at all nor teach in the name of Yahushua. But Peter and John answered and said unto them, rather be right in the sight of the Most High to hearken unto you more than unto the Most High, judge ye. You see? So they were threatened, they were thrown in prison, all right, by the Sadducees and the Pharisees, man. Okay? You can believe that even our own people are going to come up against us in these latter days. That's why, this is on the spirit of the apostles, the apostles, and the elders, to say, can't, not to be in the world, not to be too much in the world, not to be, around your family like that. Not saying that you should, put them off completely, but the time we're in right now, you can't be in the world too much, man. You got to put this world off and the things of this world, right? 1 Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. You brothers out there who got women, all right. You can't be all up your woman's ass all the time, man. All right, it's time. You got work to do. We have work to do. All right, this goes myself as well. Although I'm a single man, but it don't gotta be just your woman. It could be your mother, sister, cousin. Women in the world. Okay, the Lord can use anybody. All right. So let's get Luke 14:25. This is the last one. All right. And it reads, Luke 14:25, and it reads, and there went a great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me, and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever bear not his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Now people think this word hate, you hate your family, you don't love them, right? Let's get this word hate. Okay. And it says, give me 1 second. I probably went past it. Hate, Messiah. Play it real quick.
Strong's G 3404. Messiah.
It says to hate, pursue with hatred, detest, to be hated, detested. Down here says, by extension, to love less, right? and you go into the Thayer's Greek lexicon, it says the signification to love less, to postpone, and love or esteem to slight. All right. So you gotta put this truth. You know, you don't put your family over this truth, man. You know, you this truth comes first. The word the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah comes before anything and anybody. All right. You see, so you can't be attached to your family and your wife, your women, your kids, your children. All right. You gotta be attached to this. We have to be attached to this truth, man. All right. Because we want to be, found worthy to attain salvation. And they could obtain salvation through you. The Lord can have mercy on them, through your works, through what you've done. So keep that in the back of your mind. That's what stuck with me when the elder apostle Aramla said that the Lord they can receive mercy through you, Lord willing. But if not, hey, they'll come back in the kingdom. All right. So our own people will persecute us, and they're gonna have a lot who gonna side with Esau, come up against the men of the Lord, saying, look, it was them right here. We see them out all Saturday on the time on, this, that, and the third, on this street and that street corner, messing with people. And we don't mess with nobody, right? But that's what you're gonna have happen, even your job. You're gonna have people who walk past you out. You may be out preaching. It happened to me a couple of times when I was out by myself. I had a couple people who was at the job who worked at the job pass right by me when I was preaching. I didn't care. I kept going. So these type of things are gonna happen. So Lord willing, this was edifying to you brothers and sisters out there. All right, you got some edification out of it. Lord willing was all right. Lord willing was edifying. We'll give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and salutation to those 4 elect. All right, Lord will use edified to this video. I'm gonna say Shalom.